Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sticking around for the first half hour. And I say this every week when, I come to this show and I wonder to myself, I know we have the rundown, what we're going to talk about, but I wonder, boy, talking to Doc week after week after week, known each other for years, are we ever going to run out of things to say?
No.
Never. No. I am always surprised and pleased, especially when I have great guests like Desmond Adams.
Exactly, and this is exactly how excited we are to have a Democratic political candidate on our show.
Yes.
Roll it. Oh, we don't have it.
No, we've got it.
Oh, we got it. I'll do my end. Woo! Blake. That's pretty weak.
That's the best you're going to get out of me.
Oh, man. I
got a reputation.
Too bad. Come over here, Mike. Get on the thing.
I'm wearing the sweater vest. I'm a little more staid today. You've got the rugby shirt on.
Yes. Okay.
So you get to be a little more demonstrative.
Are you ready, Mad? Well, all right. Well, this is how we feel when we have Democratic candidates on. Here you go. There you go. Right like that.
We do enjoy it. So we wanted to talk about we got some national issues that you want to talk about.
Yeah, let me start.
You go ahead and start.
I'll go ahead and start out. So, what do you think about the Second Amendment?
What about it?
Well, are you a big supporter of it? Do you think we need to have more gun laws? Do you think we need to enforce the gun laws we have? Where's your stance on it?
I do. I think it's reasonable when we have so much atrocity and killing and murder in our country that we should at least be able to look at our guns the same way that we have folks that have driver's licenses, and we can track those individuals in their vehicles. I think that there's a benefit to having universal background checks. I think that we should close some of these gun show loopholes. I think we should make it a little bit more difficult. But I also say this. I believe that guns don't kill people. People kill people. And I recognize that. And I understand the recreational, the sportsman, and I support that. In fact, I enjoy and have shot guns myself. The gun is not the issue, but how to come across purchasing a gun, the background checks around that, and maybe not having a certain artillery-based vehicles, artillery that's more militaristic. I don't think that we necessarily need that when we're going duck hunting or unless we're doing some big game hunting in South Africa somewhere.
So what I hear you saying is you kind of believe that the Second Amendment is more for hunters as opposed to defense.
No, it wasn't. That was just my example. I could have easily talked about the mental health issues that we're experiencing in our country, and a lot of the loophole challenges that are happening, and the folks that are with these challenges, we're not able to stop before they have these atrocities.
Well, since you're the one that mentioned mental health, and we talked earlier about how you do a lot of fundraising for mental health, right?
Yes.
And I'm a shrink. And how do you differentiate mental health, the good guys that can have guns, versus mental health, the bad guys that can't have guns? Well, how do you do that?
Oh, I tell you right now, I would be open to that dialogue, to tell you the truth. I think we need to spend time and really foster those ideas and concepts and what's available to us. But as of right now, it's such a hot potato issue that we're not able to have a deliberate dialogue and really discuss what are common ground areas that we can agree on. What I think is that we need to have leaders that walk into the furnace and talk about the tough issue and stop dodging the tough issue or talking to only one aspect of their base. That's what we need to do. But unfortunately, that also ties in the amount of money, and we have so many issue champions, but we don't have authentic leaders, nor do we have servant leadership.
All right. The second thing, the abortion issue. You're going to get pounded by the left and the right. So what's your stance on abortion?
I don't believe that the government has any business telling a person what to do with the inside of their body. I believe the right to privacy exists, and I don't believe a governmental body. It cracks me up how my Republican colleagues on this all of a sudden want this incredible regulation that they don't want regulation anywhere else. But regarding me, I do not believe that the government should tell a person what to do with the inside of their body. That's a decision that they should be free to make in the confines of working with their doctor if they're working with their doctor.
All right. So do you believe that there should be government funding for abortion?
Government funding?
Yeah. I mean, government funding of Planned Parenthood, government funding of Medicaid and Medicaid services that would provide abortion. Do you support that?
You know, Planned Parenthood does 97% of what Planned Parenthood does is dealing with in the health of women. A very small portion of what they do is related to.
Yeah, I get that. You know, but my question is do you support government funding abortion in the fact that Planned Parenthood does get federal funds? They do provide abortions, and that people that are on Medicaid do get abortions, and that's part of what the services are. So do you support federal funding of abortion?
I support federal funding of women's health. I do support federal funding of Planned Parenthood.
Okay. I'm just asking.
I'm just curious. I'm curious. I'm wondering, do you think that you know what? Continue with your question.
Yeah, because that abortion thing, we can have a discussion about that.
Yeah, we don't.
I was just trying to.
No, I know, but you know what? The thing is, the way you're asking the question is that you think that the federal government's already funding abortion, though, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So I mean,
all right. And then the last question is where do you stand on Obamacare? Do you think? Well, actually, let me ask you this: we've already probably know you support Obamacare. Do you think that Obamacare it needs any tweaking or reformation or anything, or do you think the bill as it stands, as it is now, is okay?
I think it would be intellectually disingenuous to accept as 100% such a major legislation that's going to take years of tweaking, years of really having folks work on it to make it as great as it is. It was a landmark legislation, and I believe it's brought in 18 million new folks into the fold of health, which also, if we don't take care of those people, we end up paying for them anyway.
Yep.
Because they end up going to the emergency room, and then my tax dollars have to pay there. The reality is, let's try to get in front of the issue as opposed to behind the issue. But our politicians today like to be behind issues because being behind the issue is safe. Being on the front of the issue is not. But no, I am a supporter of the Affordable Care Act. Right. I am.
All right. So no new surprises there. I just wanted to get that all out of the way. We're going to be back right after this break. We want to thank all of our sponsors. We're with Desmond Adams. We're excited to have him here.
Yes, we are.
Democratic candidate for Iowa's 3rd Congressional District. You have a bunch of questions you're going to ask him. What are they after the break?
Oh, after the break, I'm just going to talk about the Democratic Party in general, sort of.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll be. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll be back right after the break. We want to thank all of our sponsors: BertrosianAssociates.com, Lubinas Law Firm at Lubinas.com, Halo Capital at DesMoinesInterestrates.com, Des Moines Anesthesia PC at 515-574-6442. They do pain management. Lefty has a blog that he finally did after 4.5 years.
It's so long.
Yeah, is it a dissertation again? Oh my God!
No. The time. I mean, it's
time
long,
frame,
but yeah.
Because if Lefty could use one word, and he always opts for 10. At DocandLefty.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter. We'll be back right after this.